true innovator in the telecom industry.
Were learning from IMT 2000 project. It was first of 3G kind of thing. Those kind of things are there, and this is where the corporate government, corporate governance need to shift basically.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast series by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm your host, Tanay Aul, and today we have the privilege of speaking with a true innovator in the telecom industry. Our guest, Mr. Raj Kumar, is a distinguished telecom specialist whose career spans over 3 decades, during which he has transformed telecommunications and played a pivotal role in shaping industries like IoT, M2M, smart cities, and business process integration. From leading cutting edge projects to working with government stakeholders and startups alike, Sir's journey has been one of continuous growth and impact. Sir, it's a true pleasure to have you with us today on FaceTime with Leaders. Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your valuable insights with our listeners. We're really excited to learn more about your path and the lessons you've gathered on the way.
Thank you, Tanay, and namaskar, and very good afternoon to the FaceTime with Leaders audience, and namaskar, friends. Thank you. Please.
Sir, you had such an incredible journey in the telecom world, spanning over 3 decades and touching so many different aspects of the industry. When you reflect on all the milestones, the projects, and the people you worked with, I'm sure there would have been a few key moments that truly shaped your career. Could you take us back to those turning points, those moments that really set the direction for where you are today? What were they like for you, and how did they help you grow?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you for the question, Tanay. Really, few things I will share, like what I have imbibed in my persona, like the time since I joined that C dot, it was mission criticality that has been inculcated in my persona, and that resilience basically. Two things: mission criticality, we were working all the time, and this resilience. These two values I am really cherishing, along with the one very inseparable thing is that is my integrity kind of thing. So right from the beginning, lot of challenges, lot of things. Actually, at that time there was no Google, no AI. So everything, if you have to study, you have to refer some document, you have to attend some conference to know how. Those kind of things were first challenges to get the sailing through our work and innovate for the things. And as far as that C dot and my contribution is concerned, really it has contributed a lot. It has all the digital revolutions basically you are seeing or we are witnessing in India are the basically cornerstone in C dot's practices and C dot's deliverables. Yeah, please.
So, as someone who has been at the forefront of India's telecom evolution at CDOT, from pioneering smart city networks to adapting to the industry's rapid technological shifts, which project or achievement are you most proud of, and how do you feel it has shaped both your personal journey and the future of India's telecom landscape?
Yeah, few things are really were learning from IMT 2000 project. It was first of 3G kind of thing. We were studying a lot at that time, whatever technology was available, and that all was involved up to release 6, if you remember. Release 4 up to that full ATM was there till release 6. So we were taking how that all kind of technologies to be integrated. It was PSTN, it was packet switching and ATM. and different parts of a network. Like basically, if you look into that, we are evolving all networking kind of things over that 3GPP thing, and luckily we are still crediting that way only. We are in era of 5G or 6G, but still
Yes.
we are keeping that 3GPP kind of things. So those things, and then obviously process integration for product quality and things, or and industry benchmarking. I had been challenging with lot of things which are related to people management. People management means including handling the resistance of the people, basically.
Yes.
Why do that? Why we are already doing good? Something like that. So that was also fabulous on developing things, and I have improved lot of during those things. The people management, coordination, and many things on that, or pan organization kind of things, because I was one key person when bridging even Delhi and Bangalore unit of not only pan organization in the within unit, a pan organization with incorporating all the units.
Okay. That would have been some experience, sir, I'm sure. A very
Yeah,
big learning experience.
yeah, big jet. It is.
So you've been deeply involved in pioneering projects like the development of 3G IMT 2000 and SDH card software technologies that were critical in shaping the telecom landscape. So
Yeah.
looking back, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced during those early days, and how did you overcome them, not only pushing the boundaries of what is possible, but also you did influence the path of India's telecom evolution?
Okay. First big challenge was there in the embedded field, basically. It was when I joined TDMA in Bangalore. That time, family of microprocessor were two families, 68K family and Z80 family. So those two are different. And then I came back here in this Delhi unit, and that time it was three not 302 or some bus on same 68K family only. That was one transition, and then more like peripheral things on embedded software and integration of that all. Now it has technology has basically much complicated, and cards and that fab technology has already totally switched. Now we cannot solder it in our lab. It is generally that minute level of technology. So I have witnessed the transition from there, because I was closely working with the hardware guys also.
So, with your extensive experience in strategic planning and business process integration, particularly in IoT, M2M, and smart cities, how do you see the telecom industry evolving in the next 5 to 10 years? And what role do you envision for emerging technologies like 5G and AI in reshaping the way we explore connectivity?
Frankly speaking, let me share my feeling rather.
Please, please,
It is like clouds and data centers will be new technology countries
actually.
in our coming age. Everything will be there only. We need to ensure that data sovereignty and cloud sovereignty to ensure whatever we are delivering to our citizens. Because IoT, M2M, and this all will be assisted and directed or even gelled with AI every time nowadays we are so prompting that it will be AI assisted or AI something. Tomorrow it will be so much embedded, it will be like default.
Yeah.
So in that kind of phase, we need to have really to be sensitive more and more, and evolutions will take around security and data sovereignty.
Very well said, sir.
Hmm.
So, with your vast experience in driving innovation and strategic planning in telecom, what are your aspirations for the future, both in terms of advancing technology and in your leadership role at the boardroom level? How do you envision your influence shaping the industry as you continue to take on more strategic responsibilities?
More strategic responsibilities I want to utilize in the boardroom. That is coming from my experience. It is people management, it is technology innovation, leading technology innovation, leading delivery, distribution, and looking into how that supply chain is working, where are the possible incremental innovations are possible, looking into those, taking people in my alignment to ensure their commitment. That generally comes sometime as a biggest challenge. Many other things are easy.
Yeah.
So there all I visualize that my services, wherever I go, whatever I do, those things will be leaving uh, imprinting mark, imprinting sign at the things.
So you've navigated both the technical and strategic dimensions of telecom projects. In what ways do you believe a strong focus on governance can support sustainable growth in the telecom industry?
Yeah, that's really very good question, and I love what I actually looking into this. Actually, sustainability for our planet. That is the main thing. For that only many technologies are and will be evolved to have sustainability, environmental things, and governance. I am I am fortunate to witness that kind of initiatives that government also is taking.
Yeah.
If you look into international and national scenario, both are focusing on environmental. Our even Prime Minister has said zero pollution from time frame and zero trust for security, zero tolerance for security and all. Those kind of things are there, and this is where that corporate government, corporate governance need to shift basically, because work is always there. We have already matched it with our hasty kind of approach, but now environment will be the real, not only invisible so far, it will be a visible king to rule over our psyche.
Very well said. So without the environment, everything else won't matter.
Yeah.
So you've been involved with the Directors Institute for some time now. How has your ongoing experience with the institute influenced your approach to leadership and governance?
It is wonderful, Tanay. Reason, the way before joining Director Institute, I was not looking into those kind of nitty-gritties of this law side or compliance side.
Hmm.
Though I love compliance, and that was on technology and development and innovation side, benchmarking with the industry, coming with the new product life cycle things, coming with shortest innovation is duration between the versions and releases. Those kind of things I was dealing with. Otherwise, now focus is when I joined Directors Institute, then it was like what you need to comply to be there as a meaningful and contributing organization on this planet.
Yeah.
So I love the way Directors Institute focus on this thing, environmental sustainability and governance. That all is really instrumental, and it I love to be there with the Directors uh, Institute for longer period. Really, it is going to be a good and long association. That much I can say at the moment.
That's lovely, sir. That gets us to the end of today's episode. Your insights truly have been very enlightening. It's clear that your leadership and expertise are helping to shape the future of telecom, and we are really grateful for the opportunity to hear your thoughts. We at Directors Institute, we wish you the continued success in your future endeavors, both in driving innovation and inspiring future generations.
Thank you, Tanay. I feel privileged that it is going to be that my expression, my concerns about environment, sustainability, and governance, those all are going through Directors Institute to the world. I am happy with this initiative too.
The pleasure is all ours, sir, and we look forward to all the new inspiring stories that you will be creating in the
Yeah,
future.
sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.